Okay, here we go. Well, hello everyone. Hope everyone's doing great. This is going to be my first POV in the 2018 EcoBoost. Unfortunately, we are not using the GoPro because it does not work anymore. So it's unfortunate. So I'm back to this particular camera, which really isn't that great. So we'll see how this goes. I am using an external mic, so hopefully at least the audio comes through. Anyway, like I said, first video here in the 2018 EcoBoost Mustang, recently purchased. I kind of discussed that in my last video, so I won't go over too much of that in detail. You know, traded in the 2011 GT. But I figured I'd just go out, kind of talk about this car a little bit, how I feel about it at this point after putting, got a little over 400 miles, 407 miles on the odometer. So let me get some air in this mug. Typical break-in is 1,000 miles, so I'm trying to follow that schedule. Haven't really gotten on it. Really, I'm trying to keep the RPMs under 4,000. It doesn't really specify a lot in the manual. It just says don't drive too hard, don't drive too fast, don't be too hard on the brakes, don't use cruise control, try to vary your speed. So that's what I've been doing. Pretty much babying it. Trying out some of the different features. I have messed with some of the drive modes. Of course, when you put it in the Sport Plus or track mode, it wants to stay in that high RPM range, you know, if you're aggressive at all on the accelerator. So haven't really even been using those modes too much. Like the car so far. One issue, I think I have an issue with the steering rack. I may upload video of that later. I noticed when I first got the car, especially when I'm stopped and I turn the wheel sharply, or even not so sharply, I can hear some cracking, maybe some grinding. I thought maybe it was in the suspension, but I believe it's in the steering rack, so that should be a warranty issue. So good job, Ford. Just bought the car, it's got 400 miles, and I'm probably gonna be taking it in. I was gonna wait a little. I thought maybe it was just something, you know, new car, maybe something that would just work itself out, but it's still there. Obviously the car's drivable. I don't notice anything when I'm driving. I can just hear like a cracking, grinding sound when I turn the wheel. So I want to get that checked out. Obviously I've got some time because just bought it and I got plenty of warranty coverage left. I'm going to turn here. But anyway, so I don't know. Figured I'd just go over some things I do like compared to the last car. You know, I think overall, just my first impression of the car is it's just more fun. I like all the different drive modes and stuff like that. Car's more fun. It's got 10-speed auto with the paddle shifters. You know, like I said, it doesn't have the V8, stuff like that. Which I do miss the V8, do miss the Flowmaster mufflers that I had. But overall, I think this car is more fun. And I've heard some people say it doesn't seem fast, and it's kind of true. You know, as you're driving along, you look down and you're going 65, 70 mile an hour. And even when you get on it just a little bit, it doesn't seem as fast, but you're moving at a pretty good pace. So I don't know why that is, but that's how it is. You have anything to say, Nate, so far? Your impressions of the car, or I'm trying to think of some things to go over here?
Overall, I think it's nicer, and even though it's a little underpowered, that 10-speed kind of helps to make up for it.
It is nicer. It's got some cubbies.
Got cubbies, yeah.
I don't know. As far as the handling, so it, like I said, it does have the performance pack. You know, I haven't really, like I said, I haven't pushed the car, but I've taken on some of the back roads. I used to take my 2011, and I will say my 11 did seem a lot more planted. Like I said, it was lowered. It did have the Coney yellows. A lot stiffer suspension than this. Definitely felt a lot more planted than this car does. Obviously, this has got a high, you know, it sits a little higher. Probably a little softer shocks. I mean, it does have the performance pack, but yeah, it definitely does not feel as planted or like it sticks to the road. Don't have as much confidence. I've taken a couple corners, you know, a decent speed, and I just didn't have as confident of a feeling in the vehicle. So, and part of that could be, you know, the tires. It's been cold. That's another thing about these tires. They seem to spin a lot. They're spin happy. Like, you know, I've put it in manual mode a couple times. Even, you know, 4th or 5th gear around 3,000 RPM, I give it some gas, the back tires will spin, the rear tires will spin. So, you know, a lot of it is a summer tire. Obviously, they're not going to do very well in colder temperatures. Right now, it's 46 degrees, so certainly wouldn't be the best temperature for these tires, which isn't a problem for me. You know, I got this car because I plan on having a lot more fun in it during the summer, and I'm hoping it does well. Hoping it does well during the winter. I plan on driving this a lot more than I did my other one. I figure I'm making the car payment. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm not going to just keep it in the garage. You know, I'm going to drive it as often as I can. I've actually been driving it quite a bit lately. I think, oh, heck, I got it last Saturday. I've got 411 miles. So trying to get that to that 1,000-mile mark. It's going to take a little while. I only live 2.5 miles from work, so it's not like I'm driving 30 minutes back and forth to work every day. So I've just been going out and trying to put mileage on it whenever I can to try to hit that 1,000-mile mark. Like I said, I've been pretty easy on it. Haven't got on it too much. Been keeping the RPMs right around 4. So just trying to break it in gently. Like I said, I really do like the driving modes. Like, you know, for instance, right now I'm just in normal, but if you put it in Sport Plus, you know, you can see it right away. It's gonna, you know, be a little more rev happy there. It's gonna gonna want to change gears so quickly. I think someone was saying, you know, in normal mode, it'll actually skip gears. You know, maybe first to 3rd to 5th. I'm not sure if that's true, but it kind of makes sense, you know, if they're trying to go for fuel economy. You know, if I put it, that's the steering. I keep hitting the wrong, I do that all the time. I hit the wrong switch. And there's a train up here, that's awesome. I want it in. I do like sport mode for the steering feel. I like that stiffer feel. I'm gonna try to turn down here, Nate, because I don't want to get stuck in a train.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Because the train's not moving. That's awesome. We'll just turn around. So, yeah. So I'm like, why is it not shifting? Because I'm in sport mode. It went over 4,000. But yeah, so it's not, you know, obviously, I love the different drive modes. You know, it changes the shift points, all that stuff. So, throttle response. So I go into track mode. That, I think, turns off some of the
advanced track is still on if you go to sport
yes.
mode. You have to hold the trans.
Right, so I think track mode turns off some of the, I guess, driving assists. I guess that's what I'm looking for. Maybe traction control and stuff like that. I'm not totally sure, but where do I go? If you're left, Nate, I just want to get back to.
Sure.
Let's go left. It's like NASCAR, man. Just turn left.
Yeah.
Actually, what I'll do, I'll just turn
The race
around.
is actually on right now, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know. I'll turn around here and just go back from whence I came. So, see this little turnaround here? In my other car, I would have to worry about bottoming out because it sat relatively low. This one doesn't. Yeah, this isn't the best neighborhood. Now there go the tires. Not the best neighborhoods. Hopefully I won't get carjacked. Look at that old car. I don't know what it is. So see, yeah, a little more rev happy here. Wow, what was that? Feel the tires. But anyway, so, and then drag strip mode. Haven't used that. I haven't messed with the track apps. I did a 0 to 30. I guess a 0 to 30 acceleration. Didn't really get on it too hard. I think it was like 3.1 seconds or something. Tire spun, of course. Yeah, I can't wait to use the track apps. That's one thing I'm going to do. You know, when I get this thing broke in, definitely going to have fun with the track apps. Things got line lock, for if you're taking the drag strip. It's a nice little feature they added. I probably won't use line lock. I don't feel like melting my tires. That's just me. Let's go this way. I do plan on, I guess things I don't, obviously this car, it's new, it's got the new features. I kind of wish it had some of the safety features. I wish some of the safety features were standard, like blind spot monitoring and stuff like that. My wife's CX-3 has it, and I actually like it quite a bit. When you're changing lanes and stuff like that, it's just kind of nice to know if someone's in your blind spot you can't see. That's actually a nice feature. I didn't think I'd really care for that until I drove her CX-3 around. It does have the backup camera. Honestly, I don't use it though. I find myself looking over my shoulder. I guess I'm old school. It's like I'll look at the camera. It's like I don't trust it, But, I have been trying to use that more. But, being the 4-cylinder, you start it up, it sounds like a Honda Civic, right? I mean,
Yeah,
just doesn't have that sound. So I do plan on getting a muffler delete for it. I'll probably get the Flowmaster Outlaws. I don't think that affects warranty. I can't imagine it would, but I'm going to look into that, because if it does, are they burning shit down there? Obviously, I'm not going to do that if it's going to affect the warranty. I can't imagine it would. And these don't sound, they don't sound great, even with the aftermarket, but it'll add a little, it smells like smoke. It'll at least add a little bit of sound to it, Nate said I ought to get the, what is it?
Blow-off valve?
Blow-off valve. You hear the turbo. It's a turbo,
Yeah, you'd know then.
Yeah.
You've got a gauge to prove it, and you can just look into the thing.
Right.
Just in case you don't know.
But anyway, I know this video is long-winded. I haven't really been very concise on what I'm trying to say, but some things I do like, obviously I like the drive modes, the track apps, which I haven't used much. Like I said, the car's not broken, so I really haven't pushed it to really see what it's capable of.
You'd like the track apps because you've had them before.
I've had them before, yes, on a I had a V6 Mustang. That my little mistake that I bought. I obviously love the 10-speed auto. I'm gonna say that right now. I like the paddle shifters. Obviously the drive modes. I like the seats. This isn't the premium, so it doesn't have the leather seats, but it seems like these are bolstered quite a bit more than my other seats were. So I do like the bolstering. Nate likes where it says Mustang. The seat actually says Mustang.
I know it's really stupid, but I actually like these seats because it has that.
He likes that, yeah. It's just a little thing. He likes that it says Mustang. I like the steering wheel. It's softer than my other ones. Kind of squishy. I don't know. Not that that's a big deal, but I kind of like the way the steering wheel feels. It is a little softer. I love the interior. When these came out in 2015, and I had just bought my 2011, I couldn't believe the way, this is probably my favorite interior, man, of any car for sure. And I'm kind of biased because I'm a Mustang fan, but I look at the Camaro and the Challenger, and they are just nothing. And to me, obviously it's all point of view and personal preference, but this interior is amazing. I love it. The Corvette interior is amazing. I think I like that better. Of course, this is not, in the same class or price range as a Corvette, but, I love this interior. Part of the performance pack, you do get the nice gauges up here. I like that. It's a nice little feature, instead of just the extra vent, which, why would I need that anyway? I like the gauges. It does have the 101A pack, so 101A equipment pack, so it does have the larger touch screen. I like that as well. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to have more in the future. There's not a lot, as far as the overall performance of it. I don't really have an opinion because, I kind of know what the car is capable of, 0 to 60 times, quarter-mile times, but until it's broken, I haven't really had a chance to push it. And like I said, I want to follow the proper braking procedure. I watch these people on these YouTube videos, and they get a car with 5 miles on it, and they're doing like, you know, red line run after red line run. I'm like, man, I'm glad I'm not buying that car. So, but anyway, anything you want to add, Nate, before I turn this off?
Not in particular.
But anyway, thanks for watching. I know I've kind of rambled on here. And usually I forget what I want to say until I turn the camera off. Just wanted to get a quick POV view. Honestly, just to see how it looks, because like I said, I'm not using my GoPro. I'm using this Ion. So, unfortunately. But that's all I've got for now. Thanks for watching, and I will have some videos in the future. Thank you.